Alright guys, TeamBlindMST, John here, with Brian's Burning Abyss deck. He just got back from one of our locals, just upgraded to a bigger store. And what, you took fourth?
Yeah, I got
Top
fourth.
four?
Yeah.
Top. It's a decent sized local, but we just got back from a pretty long break, so we're getting the old wheels going. I know that a lot of you guys have been posting on various videos about, oh, update this, update that. We'll get to them. I just spent about a day and a half going through all my old decks and making them what I would consider playable again. So, alright, without further ado, here is his Burning Abyss deck profile.
I wanted to get this out here before because all the new support's coming out in like a day. Like tomorrow, the sneak peek is for Secrets of Eternity, so we're getting a bunch of new Burning Abyss support. And I don't really know what I want to do with the deck because I haven't played around with it, because it's hard to play around with the TCG exclusive deck aside from making proxies, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just waiting for the cards to come out. So I don't know how the deck's going to change exactly or evolve, but I'm excited for it. It's probably going to be fun. So I want to get this version out. So start off monsters, the obligatory triple tour guide. It's your playmaker. If you open this and anything real, like, you're most likely going to win. This is still basically the best deck of the format, most people would say.
I would consider it to be the best deck.
Tour guide's just a stupid free play. It's gross. Then you play triple Graf, triple Seer, triple Scarm, and triple Rubick. Real quick, Graf special summons from the deck when he's sent to the grave. Seer special summons from the grave when he's when he's sent to grave. Scarm in the end phase when sent to grave searches for any of them, anything in the deck. And Rubick is a tuner and he's a free special summon because he has no grave effect. All of them can special summon themselves if you don't control a spell or trap, and you can only use one of their effects per turn. Graf is probably still my favorite one. Seer sucks to open with. Scarm helps you get to other plays for next turn, and Rubick's just a free one, and he makes Virgil.
I know we were talking earlier about this. You don't... Tour Guide isn't the go-to play search off Scarm anymore, is it?
Not 100% of the time. It depends what you're playing against. Like, if I'm playing against Shadal's, and I don't think they have a good hand or have access to a window, or I have a way to get over window before they're by my next turn, I'll probably search Tour Guide. Or, like, against Cliff Forts, I try not to search Tour Guide because, like, skill drain's real, and these guys don't care about skill drain. So usually it's not the play anymore. Like, it's becoming less and less the play, but it's, you just want 3 to open with, and it's still like, it still is the play and grind situations. But yeah, it's not always the 100%. Like, before it used to be you always search Tour Guide in the end phase unless you had like a Phoenix Wing or Karma Cup, but now it's really, it depends on the hand and the field, but usually Tour Guide's not always the play anymore, which is kind of cool because I like the way the deck's evolved. And then I play one Calcab and one Alich. He can bounce a set back row when he's sent to grave, but if it gets flipped, it stays on the field or activates. Like, it doesn't go back to the hand if it's flipped up. So he's not that great, but he's still kind of good to clear through some back row if it's not chainable. And then this is a breakthrough skill. It's not that great. It's alright, but it's mostly there because they're both extra named special summons to just make more plays. I kind of want to run 2 of Calcab, but I just don't have any room. I don't know what to do with it exactly. I don't want to make the room. And then I play 1 BLS just because it can steal games, and it's just disgusting. Like, you're always going to have a light in the grave. That's the monsters. Onto the spells. Triple MST, you need it right now. It's a format where triple MST is needed, especially against Cliff Forts, and Vanities is becoming less and less prevalent, but you still need to get over Vanities to win against in this deck. And now that you don't always use Tour Guide instinctively, like, you can bait them out with Rubick. Like, you can go Rubick, and sometimes they'll flip the Vanities, and then you just MST something else, and you lost the Rubick for the turn, but you just got rid of a Vanities and something else they had set. Like, there's ways around, and MST is just really good right now. And then I still play triple Upstart, just because I want to make the deck as consistent as possible, and, like, once this deck gets going, it doesn't really matter how much life points you give your opponent, you're probably going to win, because it just has such a great grind game. Like, so triple Upstart. And then I play a bunch of one-ofs. I play Raigeki, Soul Charge, Allure, and Foolish. Foolish is the best single card in this entire deck because it literally just does anything. It searches, it's a Rhoda, it's a Monster Reborn, it's a summon from the deck, it's a back row removal, like, it's anything right now. It's so good. Allure, just more draw power. I almost want to take it out, but it can get you there sometimes, but if you have a bad hand, this doesn't make it that much better unless you get lucky. Raigeki can steal games and just clear a field if I want to go for an OTK or something. Like I use this. I played Shadal's today, and I went first, made a board. No, he went first, then I made a board, and then he summoned Denko and went off with BLS and Constructs. And next turn I had Raigeki because I opened it. I just Raigeki'd the field and won. Like, it was just stupid. And Soul Charge is really good in this deck because it can also, if you open it and only like 2 of the BAs, it can potentially like get you still to double Dante. Like, this can really help with some just creating big ass boards. So I like it a lot. That's all the spells. And the traps are the obligatory 3 Fire Lake. It's just really fucking good.
Gross.
It helps you, like, it basically wins the Cliff Fort matchup. It's a very stupid card. I'm still playing, obviously, triple Phoenix Wing Blast, and I'm playing 1 Karma Cut. I actually cut Karma Cut down to 1 for something else, because I don't really like it that much, because it's just never really, I don't like it as much. I really don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about this card. I think the 3 Phoenix Wings are enough. Like, really don't like Karma Cut that much right now. It's not super good against anything, really, but it's okay for what it is. So I'm still playing it at 1. And now this is a personal tech. I'm playing 2 Horn of Heavens.
Gross.
It's a counter trap. When a monster would be summoned, a single monster, so if they pendulum summon, it's not useful. But if they normal summon, tribute summon, anything, you tribute a monster and negate the summon. So what it does is it gives me a good matchup against Denko Shadal's, Denko Sekka specifically, because they win now. Shadal's beat Burning Abyss when they go summon Denko and then make a field and OTK you, and you can't respond with Fire Lake or Phoenix Wing or any of your real back row. So they go Denko and you just go, sure, Horn of Heaven, and they're pretty much stuck with grinding through your Dantes and your Fire Lakes and whatever else, your Vanities, whatever you might have. So this is really good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good against Cliff Forts because when they still normal summon, and when they do, it goes to grave. They can't pendulum summon it back. So
also killer.
Yeah, it gets over killer too.
Have you horned a killer yet?
I've not horned a killer,
Ooh.
but yeah, I like this card a lot. Like, this is really good. I haven't yet decided out. Like, I just don't think I think it's a really good card.
Oh, it's a nasty type.
And then I play double Vanities. I really don't like Vanities that much anymore. Like, I think it's becoming worse and worse. It might change when Neckcloths come out and shit, but right now it's not as good. Like, I've actually found myself siding them out. Like, I sided this out against Shadal's.
Yeah.
I think I sided out against Cliff Forts too. And I don't think I sided out both, but I definitely sided out 1 each time. And then I'm just playing 1 Warning because you can Warning all the Pendulum summons. You can Warning still pretty much anything. So
Warning or no compulse?
No.
No book?
Nah. I never ran book in this.
That's true.
I don't like Compulse that much right now because it doesn't really do much, but Warning can also stop Denko like Horn does. The extra deck is nothing special. It's pretty straightforward. Triple Dante. Just, you need it. There's no reason to play this deck without 3. Like,
why not 4?
Yeah, if you had 4, you'd play 4. I've made 4. I've made 5 before in one game. Just recycling them. And then to go with Dante is the double Virgil. You don't need... I've never had to make a second Virgil, but you just want it in there just in case, because you do run triple Rubick. And
right. Plus, it's not like there's a ton of rank 3s that you just are trying to jam-pack into your
Virgil's
deck.
Just really, really... He's really good. Like, he can just... Because he can he's better than... He's like a Castell that can hit anything in the grave, and he can hit your opponent's set cards. Like, he's just really good for, like, making sure you've got game on board in turn 2. And he's also a safe play to do because he draws you a card when he's destroyed, so... Like, Honest is back at 2. I know it's not super relevant, but...
It's pretty relevant.
I'll make him against things that might be able to, like, have a hand trap to beat over, and I'll just draw a free card, or bounce something, then attack and draw a free card. And then you can... The best thing is you can resummon him with Seer once he's in the grave, which is absolutely stupid. Virgil's really good. And then I play 2 Downer to get over... Or to overlay on top of the 2 Dante. I don't really think you need 3 now, but... You can still run 3, like it doesn't really matter that much. It just makes your Dante safe. And then I play 2 Alucard. You never need 2 of them either, but there's not a lot of good rank 3s. I had made them a few times today, actually, just to clear through back row, just to make sure I had safe plays, because I didn't really know what people would be playing. Like, I didn't want to run into something stupid like a D Prisoner Mirror Force.
Make them with Alucard, or make them with Calcab, though.
Yeah, I did. I made them with I made one with Calcab and detached the Calcab, and I destroyed one back row and bounced the other, and just had a free field to push into. And then Nightmare Shark, still really good. I almost want to make room for the second one again, because that's game. Like if you get pokes in with two of them twice, that's game. Like it's still good. I made it today against someone who was playing the hands. I didn't feel like letting him pop things with hands, so I'll just like make Nightmare Shark. And then Acid Golem, pretty much our the beefiest thing we have, and to accompany him is his partner in crime, Giga Brilliant, to make him 33. To get over pretty much almost anything except maybe something stupid that Yang Zing's put out.
That 3600 we got.
And then Leviathan Dragon, never made him, but
never once.
No, it's never gonna.
That's Shy Guys. There really isn't much of a need with Acid Golem.
It's also just it's just a different version of Dante basically. Like just gets him up to 25 and then he goes up to 3000. And then 10 Tempo, never made it. Just in there in case I deal with some deck that plays Exceeds. And Zen Mains, never made it, but it's good for like floodgates like Shadow Mirror and like Vanities. If I I guess not Vanities, but just things that you want to be able to pop.
Just random rogue, yeah.
Mostly Shadow games because it's a pain in the ass to deal with Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Then my side deck is kind of in the works right now, but it's kind of in the final stages. I like where I'm going with it. Triple Flying Sea, BAs, Satellanites, Rogue, things that are going to exceed. I'm probably going to cut it down to 2, but for now I played 3 today.
Are you still going to run Flying Sea if Dante with the ritual becomes prominent?
I have no idea, honestly. Maybe, like probably not though, but possibly.
It just gives them a good way to get rid of Flying Sea. That's all.
I like flying. I like when people side Flying Sea against me because I contribute the Flying Sea with Horn of Heaven, which is just funny. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it down to 2 to make room for another card, and then double Maxi for the mirror match. And
not 3.
No, I don't really.
Just don't need them.
I just don't like 3.
Okay.
I just really don't like 3, and I wanted to make room for other things. Like I played 2 Majesty's Fiend and 2 Vanity's Fiend because.
So good.
Majesty's Fiend is just good for like Shadalls and what is it? Shadalls and not Cliff Forts. Oh, BA, yeah, the mirror match. But Vanity's Fiend I really like against specifically for Shadalls because
it's so grossy in Shadalls.
They literally can't. They have to draw like a 1-up to get over. Like they either have to Snatch Steal it, they have to Raigeki it, or Dark Hole it. Like
yeah, that's not.
They can. They can.
Well, Dragon and Lizard,
yeah,
but
if I have back row to protect
right, yeah,
them,
it's not. That card's very nasty against Shadalls.
Yeah, like it really puts them in a tight spot. And then the spells, Double D Fusion. This might come out. I don't know how. I haven't had a chance to test it fully, but like, I don't know what else I would really
It did work before.
It's not terrible. Like they're still going to put the fusions on board. It's still a free compulse for them. It's hard to do because now you can't set it and get Denkoed necessarily. Right. So it's just a little hard to play with.
It's a quick play though, so you can play from the hand. It's just free spot removal.
Double Night Beam for the mirror, Cliff Forts because they don't always like. There's no reason to preemptively activate some of your traps, so like it's good against them. Like just anything that runs a lot of back rows. Mainly the mirror match. S Knights, I guess they run a lot of back row. Like just mainly things like because you already have the 3 MST, the Fire Legs. You just want to make sure you can clear their back row. And then 2 Fairy Wind, which I'll probably take out the 3rd Flying Sea for 3rd Fairy Wind just to make sure for like specifically just Cliff Forts to make sure they're all
stay dead.
Not like their vanities and skill drains and all their scouts just never go off fully or never stay in the field for long. That's pretty much that, guys. I don't know what's going to happen with the new support, but I really like a lot of the new support. I like the ritual because it's a Rhoda in the grave. I like the one that sends the Rhoda. I like the one that banishes for a turn. I like the one that I'm on the fence about the one that when you banish or when it's sent to grave you can summon one from the hand because that kind of requires you to use your hand advantage instead of your deck advantage, but it's whatever.
How do you feel about Trapless Burning Abyss?
That guy that someone got first place at, I think it was Orlando with Trapless Burning Abyss, and I liked it a lot. I think that's kind of where the deck's like evolving into because like
is that something we could see from you using at a regional after you brought us your 60-card Fire Fist?
I don't know. Maybe I really like. It's really hard to justify not running Fire Lake just because it's so good. But at the same time, if you were just to play that and just 3 Fire Lake, like it'll always get MST. Like you either have to go fully. I don't know. I don't know how that guy dealt with Cliff Forts. Like you just float against Cliff Forts. Really, there's not because you can't beat over Disc once Disc is on the field. Like Dante's don't beat over Disc. So it's I don't know if that guy just didn't play a lot of Cliff Forts or if he just had better hands or stop them because like it's weird, but I definitely liked it. I thought that's kind of where the deck might be going, but to take out Firelink and Phoenix Wing is just, it's pretty insane.
Pretty brutal.
Yeah, that's pretty ballsy, but I like the deck a lot. I thought main decking Night Beam and triple Maxi was really cool. I wanted to main deck Maxi in this deck, but I couldn't find any room because I had to fit the BLS and Raigeki and Soul Charge in.
Those cards so strong. Why no Snatch Steal?
I don't like it in this deck. I might side it, but I don't like it in the main because it's only good when you have an already established board. Like, you can't Snatch Steal and then summon any of the BAs because, first of all, they're all going to die, and second of all, you have a continuous spell on the field now that you can't special summon them. So I don't really like it in the main deck. Would be good against the side because you could steal
with Dante
or Virgil. You're just
Yeah.
going to have a free Virgil on the
Steal
field.
their Dante, mill, overlay to downer.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things about Snatch Steal I like, but I don't think it's main deck worthy. At least in the way I play the deck, I don't like it in the main deck.
Alright, well, thanks for the deck profile. We'll try to get you guys our updated builds tomorrow night, hopefully. I don't know. We want to do a lot of play testing. We want to get quality builds out there because these are, at least I know, and Brian's is of the utmost quality, but I know mine was pretty bad, so.
We're trying to get Dan's got a new build he's working on. He won't put Black Wings on. I don't know why he won't. He refuses to make a video for Black Wings. Sorry, guys. And we'll try to get our friends Cliff Orts, too.
Yes. Alright, well, if there's anything you guys want, if you want to see any old decks revamped, just let us know. We're going to try to be more active lately. We also have something new that we kind of want to start doing for the channel, just for fun. We call it roulette dueling. We'll explain that to you guys in another video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to leave us all your questions and comments below. And we're back.